10 billion. The number on every agriculturalist's mind. Every farmer in the field, every rancher in the pasture, and every food scientist in the lab working towards this number. This number represents the total world population by 2050. And contrary to many consumers' belief, we cannot support this number with agriculture practices we used 50 years ago. There has to be innovation. But with innovation also comes fear. Consumers are bombarded with misconceptions surrounding conventional agriculture that it's hard for them to see what's true. The discussion thus far has been one-sided, and it's time we hear the other side. My family has been involved in conventional agriculture for years, and I, for one, am ready for our side of the story to be heard. One of the misconceptions is that GMOs are bad, when in reality, there is no proof to show that GMOs are harmful or any less nutritious than anything else. We have been breeding and modifying plants for a millennia, according to Angela, a senior fellow specializing in environmental risk for the Competitive Enterprise Institute. GMOs require less land than conventional products. Farmland is expected to decrease by 17% by 2050, but our productivity needs to increase by 60% to produce enough food to feed that 10 billion people, according to Bayer, who is an agriculture company that's been in the business for 150 years. Another misconception is that grass-fed is better. Greg Henderson, the editor of Drovers, said that grass-fed beef takes 226 more days to reach market weight, producing 40 to 60% more methane gas, using 45% more land, and 70% more water, which, as many of you know, water is a huge issue. We are constantly trying to find new ways to preserve our water. When they put grass-fed on things, they're playing on the buyer's emotion, not based on any sort of facts. Another misconception is that natural and organic are healthier. And like I said before, there is nothing saying GMOs are any less nutritious than organic products. But just because a product says natural or organic, they up the cost and consumers have to pay more. And with our expanding population that isn't getting food, we cannot have more expensive food. Natural only means minimally processed, which most people think it means that it's completely untouched. But natural products are not government regulated. So just because it says natural, you don't actually know what that natural means. Organic can actually be more harmful to the environment. Since it requires more land, it causes more deforestation. Corporate farms are killing small farmers is another misconception. Although 86% of today's farms are still family-owned. Tyson is a family-owned farm. You see, we're confusing corporate with big. Our small family farms aren't what they used to be. They aren't jack of all trades, having chickens, pigs, cattle, raising the corn for the cattle and all their own vegetables. That's not how it is anymore. We have become specialized so we can increase our productivity. Some of the causes of these misconceptions are groups such as PETA and the Humane Society. I went on the Humane Society website and looked under their farm animal page. In that page, they were humanizing the cattle, saying how they make friendships and they can foresee the future. In doing this, they are playing on consumers' emotions instead of actual facts. They show videos then of animals being tortured, but these videos are from a small portion of the actual agriculture industry. There are bad apples in everything, But why are we letting our bad apples be the voice for all of us? Another problem is that production agriculture hasn't communicated what we're doing. We haven't told the public what we're doing, and the public is so far disconnected from the farm that it's hard for them to see what they're doing. Their only thing they're hearing is what PETA and the Humane Society are saying. How do we change this negative narrative surrounding conventional agriculture? First, we need to stop letting it be one-sided. We are letting PETA and the Humane Society tell the world what we're doing when they're not the ones doing it. We have to be vocal. We have to start telling our story the way we actually do things. And it doesn't have to be large scale. It can be telling a friend, telling a neighbor, and then they tell someone, and then it grows and grows and grows. Consumers have to be willing to listen. If consumers aren't open-minded to the fact that what they've been hearing thus far isn't true, then our message will never get across. If you or someone you know is willing to get some facts, they can look at a magazine such as this, Drover's Magazine, which is where I got some of my information for this speech. Or they can look at other magazines such as High Plains Journal or Farm Talk to get the facts. Not everything you hear is true. You have to be willing to dig a little deeper and look at all sides to find the facts. Conventional agriculture is not the bad guy. They are working not only to better, but to feed our future. There will constantly be people saying negative things about it, but it's up to us to tell our side of the story and get our facts out there.